Hey, I'm JR.
And I'm Mike from the 18 Over Par with Mike and JR podcast.
Welcome to Season 6 of the pod, where we'll continue exploring the sights, stories, and sounds of golf on the prairies, where you'll find some of the most golf courses per capita of anywhere in the world, and beer. Lots of beer.
That's right, JR. More beer.
It's the 18 Over Par podcast with Mike and JR.
You suck, you jackass.
Welcome to 18 Over Par with Mike and JR, proudly presented by Bryce Matlashewski, who is an investment advisor with Endeavor Wealth Management, part of IA Private Wealth, and a member of the Canadian Investor Protection Fund. You can contact Bryce at 204-515-3446. I'm JR, he's Mike, and today we're joined by PGA Tour and Live Golf correspondent Adam Awak Walker to break down the 2026 PGA Championship at Aronimink Golf Club. We chat about the favorites, long shots, Canadians in the field, PGA Pros, and everything else PGA Championship. We're back. It's another fun gambling guide for all you lovely folks out there. We got Mike, we got Adam Awak, AJ Walker, our PGA Tour and Live Golf correspondent and YouTube golf correspondent. Maybe Live Golf might not be no more.
You might be out of a job.
You might be. You won't be able to tour around to your Aussie trip, to your Arabian trip. That might be out of the cards now.
Yeah, I could always just go to Saudi Arabia for pleasure.
Well, this man is
strong.
Yeah, well, this man is a globetrotter himself, and that is Bryce Matlashewski. He's an investment advisor with Endeavor Wealth Management, part of IA Private Wealth, and a member of the Canadian Investor Protection Fund. You can contact Bryce at 204-515-3446. You can also check him out in our link tree. Just go to our Instagram, Facebook, any of our social medias. Click on our bio, and you will see Bryce Matlashewski as the first link in our link tree. It is very lovely. If you haven't been, check it out. And tonight I got the DP going, Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
And
Very
I
nice.
was showing this. I thought it was relatively new, but Mike, you kind of burst my bubble on that. But this Italian organic gin, the Injin Gin. So it looks like you're drinking straight up motor oil.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's good. Good branding. Good.
It's genius. It really stands out on the shelf. There was only 3 or 4 left when I went. I went to the Madison Square LC and picked her up.
That's good. I got a orange bubbly, and I don't know. I got a Labalite in the holster if I feel like it. If things get out of hand.
Well, it sounds like they're about to get out of hand. What are you drinking, Awak? Anything?
Yeah, Corona.
Little Corona. You put a lime in there?
No, I could, but I
Jeez.
didn't.
I was going to say that's without a lime. That's a strong man.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I wanted to kick things off with. I wonder if any of us won any money on the Masters. I think I had bet on 6 different people, and I didn't end up with anything.
I got a little bit from what I remember. I had Justin Rose to be in the top 5, and he didn't do that.
No,
He didn't do that. And I had him to be the first round leader as well, and he was really close.
I was hot.
I had him each way. I had him each way to top 4 for the first as a first round leader. And I think he ended up like 5th or 6th or something like that after the first round. I'm like, shit. So
Right.
close.
Yeah, I was hot and heavy on Aldrich Potgieter, and I think he came in like almost last place. But
Well, if you're not first, you're last.
Just wasn't his week.
Nope. He was doing all right after that. How about you, Awak?
no, I didn't win anything. I wasn't really on the Rory train.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was on the Rory train. And of course, sure enough, it would have been great to know
I'm
that
sure
he
some
was
people were.
practicing Well, we weren't.
Yeah. Well, he was playing there every day in the lead up to the Masters. Yeah, we missed that one.
Yeah, and I think he started trolling them for the PGA Championship. That I think a reporter asked if what was he doing to build up for the PGA Championship, and he said, "Oh yeah, I've been living there for the past week," and yada yada yada. So he was
played it every day.
Yeah. So maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. Most likely he wasn't. But I mean, might as well just go in. Actually, Mike, you sent the phonetic spelling of the golf course. Do you remember what it is?
Yes, I do.
Oh, come on.
Aronimink?
Aronimink. Yeah, it's easier if you just say it rather than reading the phonetically. But yeah, down in Pennsylvania.
Is it just outside of Philly?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Just outside of Philly. Philly, they got some great sports fans there, some mean sports fans as well. But I'm sure they'll be cheering on just about everybody. And my favorites, it seems like it's still pretty wide open, although Rory and Scotty are the ones that are at the top of pretty much every gambling site. Scotty's number is still around 3-1, which is surprising. He's been playing some great golf. And then, you got Rory behind him. I've seen him anywhere from 8-1, 9-1, somewhere in there. So I don't know if it would be even worth it putting money on him.
Yeah, I don't know. I would definitely, just kind of like the Masters, I'd probably still be staying away from Scotty, even though he almost caught up to Rory at the Masters there. But I probably wouldn't be betting on him just with such a low number. Rory, you never know, right? Like he just seems like kind of the weight of the world is off his shoulders these days, and he's just playing freely. And if I'm not mistaken, last time they were here was 2018 BMW, and I think Rory put up a pretty good showing. He was up there in the top 10 on the leaderboard alongside Tiger Woods at the time. Ooh. So they have some experience here, and not many guys will have experience here. So Rory, for me, he's kind of the favorite for this one, but we'll see what happens.
It's interesting to kind of see the 180 he's done, at least for me, of how he just always seemed to be, so nervous, putting so much pressure on himself. And now all of a sudden it just seems like he doesn't give a shit. He's playing some incredible golf.
Yeah, really. I mean, completing the Grand Slam, it kind of felt like he accomplished everything he wanted to. And now it's just, it's all just bonus time for him.
That's why, what, his number is all right. Maybe I'll sprinkle a few shekels on him. We'll see. But another guy at the top, and he's been probably one of the best players this season on tour, is Cam Young. Struggled with the putter a bit this past week at the Truist. But man, this course I think sets up really well for him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's any like hotter golfer on tour this year than Cam Young. He's been unbelievable. This one could set up well for him. The thing with this golf course, like I don't even know that much about it. I don't really know how it's going to play. It's a Donald Ross design, but all I know is it's got almost 200 bunkers, so there's a lot of trouble out there. But we'll see how it ends up playing. But yeah, Cam Young's got to be one of the favorites, along with another guy that you mentioned earlier with Justin Rose. Like I mentioned, the BMW Championship back then, he lost in a playoff. So he's got some good history here as well, and he's been playing really well.
Yeah, he has changed. He's with McLaren Golf, so he has changed equipment. And I think the first week that he was with McLaren Golf, he played horrible. He was not. He was not striking the ball very well.
I feel like that was the thing with him in the past as well, back when he was spent some time briefly as the number one in the world, and then he did an equipment change and fell off for years. So I don't know, maybe that's what we're seeing again.
Yeah, but he is something I'm keeping an eye on, and that maybe, I don't even know if he would be a longer shot, but he would kind of fall. You know what? Maybe he is a longer shot.
He's kind of in that mid range.
Mm-hmm. And there was an interesting thing of players that to be maybe careful with. So I ran this through a little thing on Chat GPT. And one thing that came up is the golf course isn't necessarily a bomb and gouge, quote unquote, course. Ross layouts, having quite a few in Manitoba. they punish the poor angles and missed approaches more than pure distance. So it's not so much about pounding the ball. You really got to have good angles into the green, and especially you got to be able to play with those long irons. So they're saying maybe Bryson DeChambeau and Ludwig Oberg, maybe some guys to stay away from this week.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Adam said almost 200 bunkers. They said there was 175. And the unique thing about them, and they're very small. Like usually in these courses, they're very big, and these are very small. So that could add a little bit of challenge as well, or a penalty if you're right up against the lip of one of those bunkers. So, but I did read there was very large greens, which is, I think, uncharacteristic of a Donald Ross design. However, there are like multi-tiered greens, almost Augusta-ish. I was doing the fried egg horse flyover on the YouTube, looking at that today. It was pretty cool course. Like usually I don't get that horned up for a PGA Championship, but this course looks pretty neat. And the fact that we haven't seen it in whatever it was, 60 years, is pretty exciting. So I also didn't know that Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania, Philadelphia area had so many like nice golden age golf courses around there, and like some pretty high end ones like Pine Valley's out there, and was it Marion? I was looking at that one up, pretty exclusive. But yeah.
Well, on the Bryson DeChambeau side too, his live counterpart, John Rahm, I've seen him. He's had better odds than Bryson. So he's 16-1. I've seen some places, and then Bryson about 18-1. So John's been playing some great golf, and I think he's got a fire lit under his ass now that the whole live thing might be coming to an end. Maybe he's got something to prove, and we know he can play. It just seems like on Sundays, if he's in contention, he kind of falls off.
Yeah, I think even though he was playing well on live, he still hasn't really kind of brought it around when he comes on the majors. He seems to always kind of let you down recently, and with a number like 15-1, you're expecting him to be a favorite, and I just don't know if he's really there. I'd be more likely to bet a guy like Matt Fitzpatrick, who's been just like winning like crazy on the PGA Tour, and you get him at 20-1. So to me that seems like a way better bet. Yeah,
maybe just as hot, if not hotter than Cam Young. But Cam Young may be coming in hotter, but Matt Fitzpatrick, he's putting together one hell of a year.
Yeah, he's got multiple wins going here, and he just won with his brother on the Zurich there. So, yeah, there's not many guys that are feeling better than Matt Fitzpatrick right now.
Yeah, I think I saw Alex Fitzpatrick. He's about 100-1. Matt's brother is 100-1 coming in.
He was leading the Truist for a while by a little bit of a margin, but he didn't end up winning it. But, it looks like he's kind of coming around as well.
And he has Alex, pretty good career on the DP World Tour. And shout out to Jason Nickel, who we've had on the pod, local golf instructor. And you can also find him on the Skillest app. I think I said that right. I think he's on the Skillest. He's on some good stuff. But he was doing a little video, and he said, "Yeah, Alex actually has one of the better short games in the world." And lo and behold, that helps a lot. Although was kind of gripping a little bit hard this past weekend on Sunday, but nonetheless, he's on the tour now. He's got a 2-year exemption, so you might as well, if you want to sprinkle some money on him, maybe he's a T20 guy.
Yeah, for sure.
The one other person that I had, it may be a little bit further down the list, and hopefully, the injuries stay away, especially with his back, Colin Morikawa. We always kind of bring him up. He's won.
Yeah.
And I have him at 40-1, so a little bit further down the list. But he could be one of those each-way guys or an outright win if you can get a boost somewhere.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely capable of winning. We know you kind of just need to catch him when he kind of pops up out of nowhere and wins one. So that's always a good bet. We haven't really seen him do that lately, but it could come at any time.
Yeah, he played all right at Augusta. He really couldn't even bend over to pick up the ball out of the hole.
Yeah.
But he still had a strong finish.
Yeah, another guy like kind of in that range is Ricky Fowler.
Oh yeah, he's been playing well too.
Yeah, he's been playing really well. He's got 3 top tens in a row. This is kind of the best we've seen him play in years. Maybe he's going to get that first major win. Never know.
The crowd would go wild. I couldn't imagine. It would almost be maybe not Rory-esque, but it'd be pretty damn close coming down on 18 if he was maybe in the final group or the second pairing and he has a lead. Oh, that'd be something to see.
Yeah, for sure. And kind of along those lines, if Jordan Spieth were to win it as well, like that would be another, extremely positive fan reaction, I think.
To complete his Grand Slam.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow. Yeah,
So,
right. Yeah, he hasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one he's missing.
Yeah, it's the last remaining major for him.
Wow,
Yeah,
that'd be something.
While doing the Masters bets, last month, there was one, a cool bet combo. It had Spieth to win PGA and Scheffler to win the U.S. Open, both for them to complete their Grand Slam. So it was
Right.
it was whatever plus 26,000. So we'll cash that one in. But let's see, Spieth.
Good luck.
Scheffler to win the U.S. Open is a little bit more likely than Spieth to win the PGA Championship.
Yeah, a little bit.
I do like that, though. That's a ballsy play, Mike.
Yeah. But I got some money on Ricky this week. I love Ricky. Great attitude. He's been playing well. He's a good approach player, so he can really place it in as you will need to on these tiered greens. The other guy I had more realistic is Tommy Fleetwood.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
5 top 10s this season, but still only that one PGA Tour win, all time. So, last time we spoke, I mentioned it's probably due to his long hair. I'm gonna stick with that. So,
Tommy, if you're listening, cut your hair.
Just keep paying the Tommy tax and put your money on it. I'm sure it'll pay out at some point, but.
Another maybe guy that's flown under the radar a bit, but he can play, Xander Schauffele. He seems to always be hanging around in majors.
Yeah, oh yeah, and he's one of the elite golfers for sure. He's always a threat to win. His number is still low. He's right up there with the favorites. You see him kind of around that John Rahm and like the Ludwig around that kind of range. And he's won the PGA before. Definitely could see that happening.
Yeah, but still for me, for my favorites, I like the Matt Fitzpatrick pick. Scotty, Rory, of course, got to mention them. Cam Young and Colin Morikawa. That's who I'm going to be putting some shekels on this week.
Yeah.
What about I got one. Adam might be on your list. What about Brooks Koepka? Always he's been playing better. Not since he's come back. Hasn't played a lot.
Yeah, I think he's motivated. I think he's motivated to kind of come back and prove himself. Kind of like what you're saying about John Rahm. It's kind of see the same thing with Koepka.
Yeah, he's been sitting it out, wasn't he? Trying to be he's been going to these tournaments, trying to get on as an alternate.
Right.
And so sometimes he makes the field, sometimes he doesn't.
Yeah,
but this one he was
in that Myrtle Beach Classic. When they have the kind of the alternate event last week, and he was playing in that one, which is super unusual. That you don't normally see that.
And he played well.
Won by Brandt Snedeker won that one. Koepka was almost top 10, so he's playing okay. He played okay at the Masters as well. He's T12 there.
Yeah, so I still do think his odds are maybe a little inflated though for what the kind of golf that he's playing right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, he just carries his name has a lot of cachet to it. So
you'll get the pick. He's like the Tiger Woods. Don't want to put him in the same sentence as Tiger Woods, but that's like Tiger Woods always seems to be like, oh yeah, he'll always be like 10-1 or 20-1 or something like that. Right. Even though, like there's probably no chance that he's going to get it just because he gets the action.
Yeah, people are betting on him.
Yeah, he's a well-known name.
They just want to be a part of it if he wins.
Right. Yeah. Say that, oh yeah, I was on him. I was always on him.
Yeah,
he's my guy.
Exactly.
Did any other favorites come across your board?
No, not really. Nobody that we haven't really talked about yet.
Yeah, a little further down, And I won't go too far down, but Russ Henley.
Yeah,
He's been playing some solid
played
golf.
Well. Yeah, he's been playing well all year. He played well at the Masters as well.
Not the longest hitter, but again, this golf course, you don't have to be the longest hitter.
Yeah,
you really got to be solid with your irons. Yeah, so Russ Henley, I like him.
Iron player.
Yeah, maybe another top 20 guy, or if you got him in a box pool or a top 10 guy, Russ Henley could be it.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple other names. We already mentioned Alex Fitzpatrick, although he's a little bit further down. Another live guy who maybe also might have a chip on his shoulder, Joaquin Niemann. At one time, he was the hottest golfer in the world. The guy can play.
Yeah.
But now, coming in there, playing 4 rounds, playing more competitive, playing in front of more people, more pressure. Can he do it? Maybe he can. He's got a pretty good number. I've seen him. Where did I have him here? I had him he was pretty far down. I think he was like 80-1. Yeah, 80-1.
Yeah, and if he's kind of playing his best, he's another guy with really good iron game. Pretty decent short game as well. So, he could be in play. The 80-1 is a very nice number.
Yeah, you seem to like those guys that are like the 60 or 80-1, don't you, AWOC?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty unlikely those guys are going to win, but it does happen. We see it happen like all the time. So I don't mind betting in that range.
Hey, Walk, how often are you doing like top 5 or top 10 kind of like those types of bets?
Yeah, I don't do too many of those these days. I've kind of played around with every kind of bet type that you see out there. These days, I'm mostly just throw a little money on a couple guys that I think are going to win, and I just leave it at that.
Well, in maybe the longer, middle, or longer range, who else do you have on your board? I got 2 others to mention, but you can go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to say. There is a bunch of guys that have kind of big numbers that we've seen play well, like a Daniel Berger, for example. Like he's been a very good golfer at times, and he's paying like 150-1. You see Corey Connors and Nick Taylor both up in that range as well. Unlikely that they're going to win it, but it's possible, right? We've seen them both play really good golf before. So kind of when we're down in that range, even a guy like Ryan Fox, like he's paying 250-1, like hasn't been playing that well, but he's a winner on tour. So when you see these like huge numbers next to guys that have a bit of a history of winners, it is kind of tempting.
What do you got there, Mike?
There's 2 guys I was looking at. JJ Spawn, who I understand has been playing some pretty good golf, and he's ready to win again. He's at 66-1. I don't know, AJ, if you could back that up at all on your knowledge.
Well, surprisingly, I think he's probably one of the best golfers in the world, and he has the furthest odds to win.
Right. Yeah, he didn't do very well at the Masters. He didn't make the cut, but since then he's been top 10s, top 20s.
Yeah, I see him at 66-1. That's a pretty good number. I also see Patrick Reed in there in that mix, but again, I don't know. He's got a good short game, but yeah, we kind of mentioned it before. This is more of your longer irons, your mid-range irons. That's what's going to get it done, especially if some weather comes in and softens up the course.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I think the guys like Colin Morikawa or Xander Schauffele can come in and take this one. I had 2 other ones. Gary Woodland. I always mention Gary Woodland just because he won this year, and what a story it would be. He laces it off the tee, and he's a winner. He's a proven winner. And then Victor Hovland. He's kind of my long shot, maybe the dark horse. If his putter gets going, sure, because we know he can play the game. It's just he's been stick handling on the greens. Maybe this is the week that it all comes together, and he's got a good number. So I'm going to be sprinkling a little bit of money on Victor Hovland. I got him 50-1.
Yeah, it's all about the short game with him, and it's usually not there, especially recently. But
Yeah.
but when it is, like, he's one of the best in the world.
That's why I got him going. Anyone else in the longer range?
I mentioned at the Masters, Patty Reed. he's still playing well. So wouldn't mind throwing something down on Patrick Reed.
I had him in the Masters, and so I was like, oh, he was actually doing pretty well.
Yeah, for a while he was.
Yep. We mentioned the Canadians. I counted 4 Canadians in the field: Taylor Pendrith, Corey Connors, Nick Taylor, and Sudarshan. Yella Marahu. Yella,
Yeah.
I have him. I sprinkled some money on him for the top Canadian. Is that plus 280? So I have him as the top Canadian. So we'll see. It just seems like he's so naive to it. The pressure doesn't really seem to get to him.
Yeah, I mean, you saw him at the Players there, where he was way up on the leaderboard. So yeah, that's a great story.
Yeah, he's having one hell of a year. Used to hit golf balls at the Golf Dome, and he was doing the YouTube stuff just like Mike.
Yeah.
So there's still hope for you, Mike.
I haven't been to the Golf Dome in 30 years. Maybe I should.
Maybe you should.
Yeah, while watching YouTube videos on how to play the game.
Hey, I went out on Friday, my first round of the year, first blood. Went pretty good, I think. The transition from screen to turf, not so bad. So I was happy with that. I was down at Kingswood there. It was blustery, so I hit some nice drives. I was happy with that.
Yeah, good. How about you, Walker? You gone out yet this season?
No, I haven't been out yet.
Are you going to be doing the men's nights at Assiniboine?
Yeah, planning to. Haven't found my way out there yet, but I'll be around there this year.
Just waiting for some better weather.
Yeah,
He's a fair weather
much.
player.
Yes.
Doesn't want to snap his graphite shafts.
Only between 15 and 25 degrees.
Right.
20 kilometer or less wind.
Yeah.
What about
the
you,
wind.
JR? You've been out 60 times?
Been trying. Been out 3 times. Been trying to practice a lot. I actually had my daughter was out tonight before this, so that's why I had to record a little bit later. She was out banging it around and having some fun with 20 other girls between the ages of 8 and 12 or 6 and 12.
Nice.
Yeah, so they had a good time. A little bit chilly, a little bit breezy, but you know what? They all seemed to like it. They got to hit golf balls at the pros, so they enjoyed that.
Actually.
Yes. Yeah, doing some chipping at the pros. The pros were the targets, and they got to chip balls at them. Like, I don't know if that's the smartest play, but hey, you know what? The girls seem to like it.
Do they have helmets on?
No, but I'd probably want to put a cup on or maybe some shin pads.
Yeah, that's right. That's fun. They should film that and put that on YouTube. I think that would be very entertaining.
Yeah, that's always good for content. But I noticed though too is Mike and I were kind of going back and forth via text about doing the sim golf compared to the green grass golf. Mm-hmm. And I noticed that it does kind of change a little bit. It seems like the sim golf, depending on where you are, it puts a little bit more spin on the ball. Or it seems to pick up people who spin the ball a little bit more. It adds to it in the sim golf. So when you're outside, maybe your drives are going to be a little bit straighter. But for you, it almost seems like the opposite, because in Simland, it seemed like you were spinning them a lot, and they were either going right or you're pulling them left. But now you said you had a pretty good driving day at Kingswood.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't explain it. I really can't. So I'm sure the sim is giving me accurate stats. So if I'm spinning outside, I don't really understand. I think it was just I don't know, probably something with swing change or grip. I don't know.
Not
Just
thinking
being
about it too
outside.
much.
Yeah.
Well, the one cool thing about the PGA Championship is the PGA Club Pros. So your club professional could be playing in this tournament. They have qualifiers. Michael Block, you might remember from a few years ago, he was in contention. He was playing with Rory, and he dunked one on a par 3 for a hole-in-one. He's back in the field, and there's 19 others that will be joining him. Maybe it'll be, one of their years again to have that kind of nice little story, but unlikely. But still, hey, maybe they're one of the longer shots that you can put in as a T20 or to make a cut, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you can place a bet on who's going to be the top
That's a good point. Yeah.
top professional or whatever it is.
Top club
I'm sure
pro.
you could find that bet out there somewhere.
And even
Don't
Jason,
have any advice for it.
no,
But
Jason Duffner's in the field as well. I believe he's won it before, so that's why he's playing it again. But I don't know if you remember Duffnering from way back when. You kind of just sit there looking like a lazy fool. Duffnering. Yeah, look it up. Look up
I'll have
Duffnering.
to look it up.
He's 2,000 to 1 to win the PGA Championship this week.
Good.
At, how do we say the course name, Mike?
Aronimink.
Ariana Grande.
Aronimink. Aronimink.
Aaron.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to throw down some names of people they might be sprinkling some shekels on, or to consider in maybe a box pool if you're doing one through your club or you're doing one through office pools, whatever it might be? Throw out some more names if you got them.
No, I got nothing left.
Nice.
Tapped out.
Yeah. This is the first time we haven't mentioned everyone in the running.
I think we're getting really good at this. We just know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
We know it's going to be one of the 20 names we mentioned.
Yeah.
Sunday's going to be 31 degrees Celsius.
Whoa, that's hot.
It's a hot one.
But the days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday is about averaging 20 degrees Celsius. You might see some precipitation Wednesday, Thursday going into it. So like you said, JR, maybe that would soften things up, but Sunday is going to be crisp.
Yeah, well, if they can make it in there, then yeah, make it an interesting Sunday. Be all for that. Do you have any other facts or trivia there, Mike?
No, sounds like it's going to be a well-attended event, as the Pittsburgh there or Philadelphia fan base is pretty. They'll be out in I don't know, mobs, if you will. But so that's exciting. It should make for a good atmosphere.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I mean, PGA Championship usually kind of falls as maybe the fourth major championship, or everyone's least favorite major championship, but it should be an interesting weekend of golf, weekend of golf, and looking forward to it again. We haven't really seen this course very much. Interested to see how these guys go out there and attack it. But if that's it, I'll give another shout out to Bryce, who is an investment advisor with Endeavor Wealth Management, part of iPrivate Wealth, and a member of the Canadian Investor Protection Fund. Contact Bryce at 204-515-3446. Great sponsor, has been sponsoring the podcast for 5 years now. We're in our 6th season, so thanks again, Bryce. You can also check him out on our link tree. Just go to our Instagram, Facebook, our social media, click on our bio. Right there, that link will take you to our link tree, and you'll see Bryce and a few other links on there as well. So happy gambling, good luck, and if anyone else wants to say their piece, go for it. I know AWOC is turning dark.
Yeah, I don't know if he's always been fairly dark, but no, nothing else, I guess, unless if you really want some. Donald Ross reportedly called Aronimink Golf Club his greatest course, which is saying a lot considering he's designed Pinehurst No. 2, Seminole, Oak Hill, South 9, and St. Charles. Some pretty epic courses there. Yeah, no, it's interesting. That's why I mentioned that I'm excited to see the course. It looks pretty cool. Lots of elevation changes. So very, very excited to watch it on a phone.
On a phone. Yeah, at work. Good luck with that.
Par 70.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that makes it a little interesting.
Par 70.
Right. Okay, well that'll make it a little bit more interesting then. Good to know. All right, well, thanks guys. Happy betting. Good luck to you. And again, if you don't do well, don't blame us because we're just schmoes. But that's it. That's all. Have yourself a wonderful PGA Championship weekend. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
So long.
And you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot.